Hey there, so thanks for attaching the parts. Not kind of sure what you're doing with this rectangle pattern or the forms, so hopefully we can figure this out. So I'm going to drag a couple of these things up, and I'm not quite sure what you're doing with that, but let's just kind of focus on this little part here. Let's keep going. Okay, so I think you kind of somewhat got the idea of what I was talking about, but the mirror isn't really what we were looking for on this part. So you have your loft, and you kind of have a quarter of it. So now you want to draw the other parts of it. So I'm going to turn off the visibility of some of this stuff. So let's say that this is the front of the controller, and you want to come off this way. So if we do here, project this geometry, now you can draw the actual end of your part. So if we come to here, and this is where you have to, kind of use your design intent, your measurements to figure out kind of what's going on. So now that's going to be tangent, so it's always smooth. And then we come up from there to here, let's say. Put these in line. And again, this is just going to be based on the measurements that you've come up with. Let's do these tangent to each other. So now you have this little section, and we have our loft section. So we can use this plane again. So let's turn that back on. Go to our 3D model, and we can then loft. Oh, we forgot to do our curve around. Well, let's just see what happens while we're in here. So that's our loft, but we don't have our rail on the top. So oops, create our sketch on top if we can, if it'll let us. Probably not, so that's probably not a flat face. So let's do point from there to here. Yeah, you can kind of see it skewed. So let's do point from here to the center line to this line. Create a sketch on that. Project our points. So we have this line, and then we have our arc. It comes from there to here and over. Now we can project this line if we want. Make these two tangent. And make these all construction so they don't get picked up when we use our loft. So now if we use our loft command, we can select our face, our other face, and then our rail. So now it's going to curve around and generate that part. And we can do join, because we'll just join to that one. And there you go. So that's kind of how you're getting your shape to be done. And then on the back side, you do the same thing. So then you would create another quarter section, revolve that around, another quarter section, roll that around. Then you'd find your midpoint from here. So let's say our midpoint, just for argument's sake, is here, and this is revolved around. You'd then mirror all of our features along the midplane. Okay, and that'd be the second side of your controller. Now your other question is, how do you get it to line up exactly on that line? Well, this is the look at tool. So you select that and it'll look at wherever you want. So if you look at that, now we're looking directly at the side. So if you do have a plane that is set up somewhere, which we probably do, let's say this one, we can look at it, and that'll get us front on to the view. You can then right click on the view and say set view as front. So now that's always going to be the front. Again, you can right click on the home, set current view as fit to view.